Mondy, we're back.
We
News.
are current era.
Yeah. We have a discussion on our hands, don't we? News, reviews,
Yeah.
updates, tidbits, factoids, all that good shit. Um, let's do it, Mondy. Let's get into it. We have some things to discuss for sure.
We do, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and
Oh,
subscribe
thank
to
you,
the
Mondy.
Current Era podcast. Hey,
Thank
even
you.
share it. Feeling really good. Anyway,
Yeah.
let's get into
Follow us on
let's
social media, bitch.
yeah, Current Era podcast on TikTok and Instagram and then Twitter. Yeah, ran by me.
All right.
Huh? You said
Go ahead.
what?
Go ahead.
Let's talk about what's in the works, what's coming out. There's a lot of stuff in the works, apparently. Well, first of all, what's on streaming right now is Kung Fu Panda 4 is now streaming on Netflix for all those who missed it.
Starting off with Kung Fu Panda 4. Oh, boy.
I didn't catch it in theater, so I might check it out.
You won't.
It's really a decent trilogy, actually. So now it's more than a trilogy. So we'll see if 4 continues the success. M. Night Shyamalan's Trap is also now streaming on HBO Max for those who have not seen that film yet. It's his latest film. I didn't like it. I think you did.
Yeah,
You liked it, right?
I thought it was good.
Okay, good for you. There's also a new documentary out right now called The Remarkable Life of Ibelin, now streaming on Netflix. The documentary follows the story of a popular World of Warcraft player named Matt Steen, who passed away at age 25. His parents then found that he made a massive impact on the World of Warcraft players around the world and stuff like that. And so just a nice tribute to him for all those who might be interested in something like that. Yeah. A Mexican remake of The Office is in the works. So we know the Australian one happened. The American one was based off of the UK one. Now they're just doing this thing worldwide. So, but I want to be Michael Scott.
Yeah.
So yeah, I saw an interesting tweet like, is Oscar's character going to be a white dude? You know, from the
Yeah,
Office.
he needs to be 100%. He literally has to be white
Yeah.
and gay. Okay, let's do it. I guess.
Or white and straight.
No.
No,
That's two on the nose. No. Yeah. Okay. I guess. What the fuck ever. I mean, what has The Walking Dead done? I'm sorry. I completely blame this on The Walking Dead. Like it was set at one point, and then they were like, "Guys, wait a minute. I got it. We're going to Europe." Like, and then ever since then, it's been fucking all these other shows are trying to do the same thing. So, yeah, let's do it. The Office.
Yeah. Tomb Raider: The Legend of Lara Croft has been renewed for a season 2 at Netflix. I've actually been hearing pretty positive things about the first season. I did not watch this animated series. Have you been hearing anything about it, or no?
Haven't heard literally anything about this. Sorry,
but you know it's out though, right?
Nope.
The Tomb Raider show. Oh,
nope.
Okay. Wow.
Nope. Don't know what you're talking about.
Shout out to
Tomb Raider. No, I literally don't.
A John Wick prequel anime film is in the works. The film follows the impossible task that John Wick had to complete in order to retire from being an assassin. Does this kind of pique your interest? I don't know if it's getting a theatrical release or Netflix, or streaming. I'm not sure, but yeah.
This is going straight to Paramount Plus. No, don't care about this. John Wick animated prequel.
Anime.
No, that doesn't help. No.
If it was theatrical release, would it kind of?
No, I can't stand studios that really think like, oh, hold on, guys, it's not animated. It's an anime that's gonna get. No, it's not. No.
The thing about this that is interesting to me is we've never seen Prime John Wick. However, ideally, I'd want to see Prime John Wick in live action.
But we can't. But Keanu Reeves is fucking 56.
Right. But would you want a Prime John Wick series with a recast of like a younger actor, maybe when John Wick is in his like early 20s or something like that, or you just want to just keep it how it is?
Yeah, bro. Like, look, man, it came, it saw, it conquered. I'm totally fine with what we have. I don't need any more. I don't.
Okay. Well, maybe this is the best medium to tell it then. If you want, well, I mean, assuming you want more,
I don't.
For us to get Prime John Wick, because it's crazy that we keep forgetting that as badass as he is, he's out of his prime. So. The Baba Yaga,
bro. What more can he do, bro? Like he's.
Hey, we keep saying that. We keep saying that. So
no, I mean, like what the fuck can Prime John Wick do that this John Wick that we've seen hasn't done? Like, come on, bro. I mean,
hey, I'm actually scared to find out.
No, but like
I don't want to know.
It's not like this John Wick is blind or walking with a limp or like he's fine. Like,
but he's out of his prime.
Oh my god. Okay, so he can run a little bit faster. He can shoot a little bit quicker. I'm okay. Don't make it.
Hey, it's a matter of margins when it comes to assassins. Like I know.
God.
Anyway,
This nigga killed
Coleman
Boban with a
Domingo.
book, bro. He's fine. Go ahead, Coleman
That's okay.
Domingo.
Coleman Domingo is set to make his directorial debut with a movie called Scandalous for Miramax. It will follow the love affair between film star Kim Novacan, who was a singer dancer, and film star Sammy Davis Jr. in 1957. Interesting is the cast, though. Sydney Sweeney will be cast as Novak, and David Johnson, Andy from Alien Romulus, will be cast as Sammy Davis Jr. So I support Coleman Domingo, whatever he does. I'm sure this will be interesting to say the least. And I like the casting of both David Johnson and Sydney Sweeney.
This doesn't move me. Sorry. Shout out to Coleman Domingo, though. I love you.
Yeah.
Love.
He loves you too. Tom Holland is set to star. Tom Holland is set to star in Christopher Nolan's next movie alongside Matt Damon. Yeah. This could be a big career move for Tom Holland. I mean, obviously he's Spider-Man. He gets all over the world. But seriously though, like if he wants to get another like respectable, prominent role under his belt, because everybody keeps saying the Tom Holland curse, everything outside of Spider-Man he does flops. This could be a great direction. So yeah, Chris Nolan's got to do it.
This notion that because he's been in Spider-Man and because it's this little superhero thing that nobody respects, that like he hasn't done anything is fucking ridiculous to me. So
it's not. I said I countered that with the fact that he's been in a lot of other stuff that's flopped or just nobody cares about.
I was not talking to you. I was just talking. Let me continue with my fucking point. Shut the fuck up. Thank you. Now, anyway, as I was saying, this nigga body took it. It's not. Okay. I lost my train of thought. Fuck you, Monty. You win.
Anyway, but yeah, so this movie though, the genre, at first it was rumored to be some kind of espionage film, then it was rumored to be a vampire film, and now it's going to be apparently a film about two police helicopter people. So we'll see if it changes from then. So yeah,
okay,
it's Nolan though, so I'm sure it'll be good. Chris Hemsworth is officially in the talks to star as Prince Charming in Disney's live action Prince Charming movie, which we discussed in the previous news pod.
That you care about.
Why in the fuck? I mean, Prince Charming is a great character, but why in the fuck would he be this old? Chris Hemsworth isn't necessarily old, but for the actor playing Prince Charming, like
he's supposed to be what, 18?
I mean, like he matches the Disney princesses, so they're like in their teens or early 20s. So are they going old man Logan style with Prince Charming? Like I'm confused, but we'll see. But I mean, Hemsworth definitely has the charisma to pull a role like this off for sure.
I agree,
but it's just interesting that they would cast somebody that old for Prince Charming.
It's just rumors. He's probably not going to get it. And when you hear whoever does get it, you'll be like,
Okay, thanks for speaking on that. Tyler Perry teases a new Why Did I Get Married script on social media.
Brother.
The sequel.
I love the back and forth. I love it how it was just a random day. And then the nigga that played, why can't I remember his name?
Julius?
No, not him. That wasn't his name in the movie. Anyway, we all know the nigga that was on the plane and made his wife drive up the hill. Like he posted a video. It was hilarious. I instantly reposted. I was like, I love this. Fucking Jill Scott was like, okay, bitch, let's do it. And then she posted a video in her car talking about driving up the mountain. It's hilarious. And then Michael J. Fox and his wife from the film ended up doing a video.
Michael J. Fox?
Yeah. I mean, Michael J. White. Jesus Christ. Sorry.
Michael J. Fox is making from Back to the Future.
Michael J. White and Angela did a video. Even his wife, Tyler Perry's wife in the movie, did a video. I love it, bro. I love it. We talked about these two movies ad nauseum. Like I think both of us are big fans of them. Do y'all want another one? I'll be there opening fucking night, bitch. You goddamn right I do. And hey, it's time. Bring them in. If you smell, bring them in. Bring them in.
He did have the cliffhanger, so
he had it. Bring him in. I can't wait.
But we know he hates the fact that anybody identifying him as black, so he wouldn't do that. Anyway, moving on. A Blue Streak sequel is in the works with Martin Lawrence set to produce the film. This is a film I totally forgot about. I saw it in the early days. I can't remember it, honestly, but I remember liking the film. And I was considered a classic in Martin Lawrence filmography. I'm excited to check it out.
This is my favorite Martin Lawrence film, and I don't even think it's close. Like,
really?
There's Bad Boys, Big Mama's House, Rebound, and Life, and get the fuck out of here. That bullshit movie.
You ain't like Black Knight?
That shit was ass.
It's fun. It's fun. I haven't seen it in a while though.
Yeah, you shouldn't. But yeah, Blue Streak to me is literally like, oh well, this and A Thin Line Between Love and Hate are like his two best films in my opinion. So
Have you seen Life?
yes, I have. I saw it recently too.
Me
Like
too. I
maybe
saw it last
three.
year.
Yeah, I saw it maybe like 2 or 3 years ago. It was hilarious. I was surprised that it was actually good, if I'm being real. But anyway, yeah, Blue Streak, man. This is an incredible movie. It has a lot of cameos from a lot of comedians. Um, and like it's kind of just like Martin Lawrence at his peak when he was like the man in Hollywood.
Yeah.
He wasn't like sloppily fat. Like he looked like an actual leading man. So yeah, shout out to Martin Lawrence. A sequel 30 years later. Okay, I mean, I guess this is just what they do. I mean, okay, we'll see how it goes. Blue Streak 2 coming soon. Get ready.
Two
Let's do
blue,
it.
two streak.
Yeah,
Um,
that's going to be a tagline, by the way. It's literally going to be two
Speaking
blue, two
of
streak.
shit that you're excited about, a sequel to your favorite film of last year, Wonka, is reportedly greenlit with production to begin in 2026. Wonka sequel. Wow.
Mondy hated this, boy.
The sequel to the prequel.
Yeah.
Nice.
Why not?
Which is still a prequel.
Yeah, it is. It is. Timothy, get ready, bitch. Rest those vocal cords now. Don't speak a word until filming begins. I love it. Love it.
So you're here for Wonka 2?
I am, absolutely.
Love that for you. A Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes sequel is officially in the works. This is kind of no surprise, releasing 2027.
It's supposed to be a trilogy, I thought.
It's like a new trilogy, pretty much. So we'll see. But it got greenlit, so it's happening. I'm excited for it. So yeah, we'll see.
We will see.
Let's talk some Alien and Predator news. It's getting really interesting with these two franchises.
Crazy.
Alien and Romulus sequel is now in the works. Kaylee Spaney and David Johnson, who played the characters Rain and Andy in the film, are both expected to return, with Fede Alvarez also returning to direct. I really enjoyed Rain and Andy as characters, so I'm excited that their story continues. We're not jumping around at somebody else's story, so I'm here for it. I'm super excited. I'm so glad Alien Romulus is getting more and more love as time goes on. So what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, man. I think both of us really enjoyed the film that we saw earlier this year. I mean, especially me having been really introduced to the Alien franchise for like the first time, having seen the Sigourney Weaver ones, and then being able to see this in theaters, it was absolutely an incredible experience. So yeah, I mean, the sequel was kind of a no-brainer. Honestly, I'm surprised that it isn't doing more well. Like it's kind of weird that I feel like it's like stuck in that $100 to $200 million range. But I mean, it is horror. It's rated R. It is kind of like niche. So maybe it's just, it's not for everybody. But those that know, and the fact that it's getting a sequel is awesome. So let's do it.
Yeah. I'm still a little sad at the fact that the Ridley Scott movies, Prometheus and Covenant didn't get it, their last trilogy, their last movie in the trilogy, but I'm excited with this new direction as well. So it's kind of a bittersweet thing for me. Do you ever plan on watching Prometheus or Alien Covenant?
I do.
Because there was actually some plot points from that in Romulus, which you probably wouldn't even know if you didn't see it, but it wasn't too big, but enough. Dan Trachtenberg's Prey. You remember the movie Prey, the Predator movie came out on Hulu? Predator Badlands is his new movie coming out. So starring Elle Fanning will receive a theatrical release. It will be released in theaters November 7th of next year, 2025. However, it's rumored, not rumored, now it's confirmed there's going to be 2 Predator movies will come out next year. Of course, Badlands is the one I just mentioned. That's set in the future. So it's kind of a sequel to Prey, but not really. It's in that same universe, but it's set way in the future, like even like after our time. And there's another one, which is most likely going to be like an anime film or animated film coming out, like an anthology series focused on like samurai and pirates and stuff like that. So what are your thoughts on both of these releases, I guess?
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I'm kind of more excited for like the anthology series than I am the live action. Even though like I'm sure that both are going to be great, but just the thought of like the Predator in different, interacting with different people during different time periods sounds cooler than a Predator from 2099 or whatever the case may be. Anyway, I mean, look, I'm sure both are going to be great. It's crazy that we're getting all this Alien and Predator stuff still. I know you were a big fan of Alien versus Predator, and you want them to come back. This is just a gateway for that to happen. So, let's do it, I guess. I mean, okay.
Yeah, no, the anthology series does sound cool. However, I'm just kind of bitter on it because I would like to just see that in live action. Like, I don't want them to kind of blow their load, so to speak, on an animated version of that. Well, imagine seeing pirates versus the Predator in real. like in live action, that'd be so much cooler in my
The
opinion.
fuck are pirates going to do against a predator?
I mean, they're going to have them fighting predators in an animated anthology. So,
Okay, but that's going to be
and,
10 minutes. You want a feature length film with pirates trying
I
to fight a
mean,
predator?
yeah, but that same thought process could have been used like what the hell are like Native Americans going to do
Native
against a predator?
Americans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we saw how that turned out. So, and we kind of did get
Which you didn't
Samurai
like,
versus
by the
Predator.
way. You didn't
I
like that.
didn't, but
Okay.
I love the setting. I just wasn't the biggest fan of the movie. It's not a bad movie. I just anyway.
Okay. All right.
We kind of did get a sneak peek of a Samurai versus Predator and Predators, which I think is a so underrated movie with Adrian Brody. When the Samurai fought the Predator, he ended up losing.
I haven't seen Predators. Yeah.
You never seen Predators?
Predators? I don't think so. It doesn't sound familiar.
Oh my god, you got to watch that if you're
There's Predator, there's Predator 2, and then there's Predators.
And then there's Deep Predator, which is like the one with the guy from Moonlight, Trevante Rhodes, and Sterling K. Brown, which I don't recommend that one. But Predators came out with like 2011, 2012, 2013 area. I enjoy it. Anyway.
Yeah,
it's when all the predators take all the top humans from Earth and bring them to their planet to hunt them. Like all the top assassins from Earth get transported to this. It's really cool. Anyway, yeah. Also, Dan Trachtenberg, who's the director of the Prey and Predator movies, and Fede Alvarez, director of the Alien films, have been talking. They're really good friends apparently, and they want to do a new Alien vs Predator movie. And it's apparently it will probably happen because they've been talking and kind of scoping out ideas. So, I'm super excited for this as an Alien vs Predator fan.
I mean, look. 25 years ago, whenever the first one came out, or 20 years ago, I guess, it just wasn't marketable. It wasn't a good idea, in my opinion. The CGI, the technology we had at the time just was not capable of making this look good or appealing. Sanaya Lathan herself, who is one of my all-time crushes, could not get me in the theater at 10 years old. Like, as horny as I was at 10 or 11, I was like, there's no way. Maybe now's the time. Maybe now. So, we'll see. We'll see if they can market it better. We'll see.
You were horny at 10 years old?
You weren't, bitch.
No.
Nigga, you know how in 5th grade, 6th grade, you know how uncontrollably horny I was? Like, are you kidding?
Really?
Yeah.
My horniness didn't activate, so I was like 7th grade. It's crazy. I had a girlfriend from 3rd grade to 6th grade, and I never touched her one time. Like, I was
That's good.
Anyway. Also, but more importantly, though, in this all Alien vs Predator news, I'm just happy to see these getting theatrical releases. Like, I'm mad, even though Prey, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. I'm mad it didn't get released theatrically. I feel like Alien and Predator are franchises that deserve to be seen on the silver screen. Enough of that streaming shit when it comes to those two properties. So that's just my opinion.
Okay.
Let's talk some show and movie reviews. Did you complete any shows since last time we spoke?
No shows and no goddamn movies. I'm so happy.
Oh, you didn't watch Venom?
No.
Okay. Well, I didn't finish any shows either. I did watch 2 movies. The movie I saw was We Live in Time, the Florence Pugh, Andrew Garfield film, and Venom: The Last Dance. So the first review I'll give you guys is for We Live in Time. This is the new A24 film. Like I said, starring Florence Pugh, Andrew Garfield. The chemistry here between these two is, to no surprise, was great. But if you watch their press run, it's been great as well. Like, I haven't been this impressed by somebody's chemistry off screen since like the Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell when they tricked me into thinking that they were having an affair. But this one might really be happening because apparently Andrew Garfield broke up with his girlfriend. Anyway, they have very good chemistry off screen and on screen, which translated. So that was good. This movie is really more simple than I thought it would be. It's just really just a journey of two couples or a couple in a relationship and all their kind of ups and downs and trials and tribulations. And it's told in a very non-linear story way because, you know, in the movie, Florence Pugh's character gets cancer and then she had babies, but it's told all out of order on purpose and it kind of just like a lot of jumping in back and forth and all that kind of stuff. And that's pretty much where the story ends. Like, it's not much to it. And when you have a movie that's that simple and you're just relying on, I guess, the chemistry of the two leads, then you got to have some really, really, you know, something really, really compelling there. And to me, unfortunately, it just really wasn't that compelling, which is sad. The good chemistry aside, it's one of those movies that's definitely trying to tug at your heartstrings. And I've expressed this on the pod before. I don't like when movies is so blatantly that they're trying to tug at your heartstrings. Like, let's let it flow in the story naturally and organically. And although I was definitely able to sympathize with what was going on because it was heartbreaking in the film, it didn't necessarily strike a chord with me. But that's just my subjective opinion. I think I can easily see it striking a chord with other people, which I've seen reviews where it did. But overall, I was a little disappointed in the film. I
Damn.
gave it a C. It's average. We live in time, but
Damn.
um, average is not average isn't bad. I just thought with these two it'd be a great film. But I don't blame them. I blame the writing and I blame the director
Mm-hmm.
for the simplicity of it. So yeah,
All right. Okay. So Florence Pugh was good in this movie.
she's always great. So as was Andrew Garfield.
Oh, okay. I was hoping that you were gonna finally fucking admit it, but okay, got it.
She's always great. She's one of the
She's
best
not.
working actresses today.
She's literally not.
Anyway, now here's my review for Venom: The Last Dance.
Yeah.
So just brief little context. My feeling toward these movies is probably about the same as Julian's. They're not necessarily horrible films, but I just don't ever care to rewatch them again.
Okay.
Venom 1, I saw it one
Venom
time.
was
I was
decent.
in theaters.
I'll say it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was decent. Venom 2, I saw one time in
Average.
theaters. I don't ever care to like revisit these movies, which is very telling because I love superheroes. I love all that kind of shit. I love the character Venom. So my attitude walking into this theater was like, okay, let me just get this shit over with because I'm sure it'll fall in line with that camp of films, those camp of films as well. And I want to say that something amazing happened when I watched this movie, guys. I walked in with my expectations below sea level, and it still managed to disappoint me. It was actually probably the worst in the trilogy, honestly. Each movie has progressively gotten worse and worse. So this is definitely the worst in my opinion. Tom Hardy I literally think he's too good for this. I mean, he's like the caliber of actor that he is. I just saw him earlier this year in The Bike Rider, which was an amazing film. And just to see him do this kind of work again, it's like, he loves this franchise, you can tell. But it's just like Michelle Williams, who played his wife or girlfriend, whatever, in the first two, she knew to get the fuck out of there. She knew to bounce, but he, for some reason, just wanted to stick it out. And
for some reason,
I don't get it.
Yeah. Oh, you don't get it. You don't get it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. For some reason, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, this is aside from the horrible CGI, which looks worse than it does in the first film. The dialogue has really got me this time around. It's just like everything that was uttered out of anybody's mouth was either just the stupidest exposition ever, or just an unfunny joke that just didn't land for me. Venom has now just become a joke, the character himself, like kind of in that Deadpool territory. Which he wasn't. If you watch part one, he's not really that kind of character, really. Just everything he says is a joke, which I thought that was a really good contrast in that movie. But yeah, he's evolved into something else. Hopefully this is the last time we see him. Hopefully this is the last dance.
It's not.
Even though we'll probably see him again in Avengers Secret Wars or whatever. Even though Tom Hardy has stated he's done with the character, so we'll see.
Yeah, whatever you say, bitch.
The villain in this movie, guess what it is, guys? Another symbiote. Oh no!
Shocker!
Shocker! All the fans who were super excited to see Noel, you guys are stupid. I told y'all we're gonna barely get him in the film, and that's what we did. Yeah, it has two of the most pointless post-credit scenes I've ever seen in a superhero film of all time. And guys, this is including the Guardians 2 post-credit scenes. The last one was so bad because it's one of those ones you gotta wait till the entire credits roll. Like we were always sitting there like 10 minutes waiting, and it was so bad my entire theater like audibly groaned out loud at how bad it was. So, yeah, and
Interesting.
It also was interesting too that they mentioned in this film that the events of all three of these movies take place in 1 year, which is insane to me.
Wow.
I'm like, damn, this nigga had a horrible life. Like he gets contacted by an alien symbiote. He lost his job. He lost his bitch. He fucking has an encounter with Carnage. A nigga dies, comes back to life, and then all the events that unravel in part 3 happen. So poor Eddie Brock. Yeah, overall, guys, I give Venom: The Last Dance a D. I actually gave it a C- when I walked out of the theater, but it's one of those movies where the more I think about it, actually the worse it is. So yeah, it's a D for me. It's pretty bad.
So there were two main reasons why I didn't go see this film. One was I thought the first Venom was just the definition of average. Like you, I saw it in theaters and I was just like, I don't care to ever see that again. But I didn't think that it was bad. I really didn't. I went to see Venom: Let There Be Carnage, and it got me so angry. Like when I walked out of the theater, I was like, this was a really bad movie. I said that day that I'm not doing this again. Like I'm not. Like I don't care what they put out. Like they're gonna have to impress the fuck out of me in the promo. And every promo I saw for this movie, I was just like, it just confirmed everything I thought. I was like, there's no way I'm going to watch this. I'm not going to support this. The second reason was because the movie comes out Thursday, but spoilers started flowing literally the week before. So the post-credit scenes for both films were out. The Null thing was out. No, both post-credit scenes were being posted.
I didn't see that. Who do you follow? You get the craziest spoiler. I don't get
I
any of that
do.
shit.
It's very unfortunate. And basically, people were already shitting on it and saying that Nova's in it for 3 minutes. It's the same bullshit film. I was just like, okay, great. Thanks for saving me a trip. So I'm literally never going to watch this ever. Like I'm not even going to pirate this. Like I don't care that this movie exists. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Let's talk some trailers. Let's talk some trailers, guys. First trailer is for the second season of a show I enjoyed the first season of, which was Rhythm and Flow. This is a reality show. The first season, the judges were, I believe, T.I., Cardi B, and Chance the Rapper. It's like a show. It's like American Idol, but for rappers. Like they go around the country and audition. And actually, the winner of that show actually is a pretty successful rapper right now, which is interesting. That doesn't typically happen with these kind of shows. His name is D Smoke. He's the brother of the singer Sir. But this new season, we have all new judges. We have Ludacris, we have Lotto, and we have DJ Khaled. Comes out November 20th with special guests including Busta Rhymes, Big Sean, Remy Ma, Glorilla, Eminem, and others. So I'm excited for this because I enjoyed season 1. Do you care about this at all?
No, don't.
Okay.
Don't. Sorry. Actually,
But
I'm not sorry. I don't
cool.
care about this.
It's pretty cool in concept though. Like we have all these singing shows. So like, how about like a rapping show? So for the next rapper. Anyway, we have the trailer for Goosebumps: The Vanishing has been released. It's premiering, coming out January 10th on Disney Plus and Hulu. Were you ever a fan of the Goosebumps books or the old show or the new movies that came out with Jack Black?
It's funny. When I was a child, so for those of you that may not know, Goosebumps came out on something called Fox Kids. You remember that, boys and girls? Fox Kids. Also home to Power Rangers, Beetleborgs, and a whole bunch of other things. But yeah, like what kid didn't like fucking Goosebumps when they were little? Like it was like one of those weird things that I don't think it was necessarily scary. It was just one of those things that was like so different than what Fox Kids was showing that we were just like, okay, I got to watch this too. I mean, I read the books. I watched the TV show. I didn't see the Jack Black one that came out in 2011 or some shit. But I'm not gonna lie, I was interested.
Wasn't
and
bad.
yeah, and this this can get the fuck out of here. What the fuck is this? Yeah, I mean, I think this just isn't for me. They're not doing it for my demographic anymore. So that's fine. Hopefully the next generation of kids can enjoy this, but I'm not watching it.
Yeah, I agree. It's just not for us at our current age, our current big age. But I do want to shout out Goosebumps for always functioning as like a really good gateway for horror for children. I think it's a really good way to kind of get into it for like young kids.
Yeah.
So this looked like more of the same of that, but just for me and you, I don't think it's for our demographic.
Nope.
We have the trailer for Severance season 2 finally coming, guys. January 17th on Apple TV. One of the best shows or sci-fi shows I've ever seen. Only one season, so fans of Severance, we're all like in the same camp. Like finally, we're getting season 2 because it's been so long. So yeah, I'm super excited. I know you don't watch the show, but I recommend it to anybody if you like kind of like sci-fi and stuff like that. So it's really good.
Yeah, as we're watching from week to week, we keep getting bugged by this Severance thing that's on Apple TV as well. Excuse me. So Avi and I will probably start it here soon. Now the season 2 is coming out. So yeah.
Nice. If you watch it, let me know. We have the trailer for Love Hurts. This is the new action film starring Ki-Hu Kwan in the lead role. The film is directed. I don't know about who that guy is. Oh, I'm sorry. His name is Jonathan Isubio. He's the fight coordinator behind John Wick. That's why it's important I said that. Sorry. So this is kind of another passing of the torch because Chaz Stahelski was the fight coordinator on The Matrix and he ended up making John Wick. So love this kind of lineage of, passing the torch or whatever. So what are your thoughts on this new Ki-Hu Kwan film?
I didn't watch the trailer. I'm not going to watch the trailer. I've seen
You're gonna see it eventually.
No, I'm not. I'm literally going to walk out of any theater that tries to play it. So yeah, okay. It doesn't matter what this is. I'm going to see this. I'm going to support this.
Okay, cool. We'll love that for you. More importantly, I love that for Ki-Hu Kwan, man. This is so. If you know his story, like it's just so crazy. Like started off out the gate, obviously his short round in Indiana Jones and then the Goonies, and he thought his career was just going up and up and up, about to be the biggest star in the world. And he had went a long time up until like his 40s, where he just wasn't getting any kind of work. Ended up doing background work or like for camera work and choreography work,
stunt work,
stunt work, everything everywhere at once, put him back into the forefront. And now he probably never thought he'd get a leading film ever. Because even when he was successful as a kid, he never had a leading role. So this is insane, man. This is just waiting your time and letting God do his thing. So I'm super excited for him. Also want to shout out Marshawn Lynch, who's been doing more movies lately, which I'm happy to see him in. So he's in this as well. So I'm excited to see what Marshawn Lynch brings to the movie. So yeah, I'll be here for sure opening night.
Yep.
Next trailer is for One of Them Days. This is the movie starring Keke Palmer and SZA, coming to theaters January 24th, produced by Issa Rae. Yeah, give me your thoughts.
Yeah, Black Girl Magic, baby. Mondy, I'm not sure what I can say. I mean, look, man. Maybe this isn't another one of those things that just isn't for me. Even though it seems to be, for millennials, for Black people. Hey, that's me. But like, man, I don't know. I just is this something that I'm like eagerly anticipating on seeing opening night?
What?
Eagerly anticipating?
Oh, eagerly. Oh, okay.
No, it's not. Not yet. But hey, maybe if I see more, then maybe I'll be more excited for this. But as of right now, it's not on my radar, unfortunately.
I'm scared. The more I see, the more I don't want to see it. This is I do want to shout out Issa Rae for putting these kind of films out there.
Backhanded compliment. Okay.
And this is definitely one of those movies where it's in the spirit of like a Friday, where all these crazy events happen in one day, which we need those kind of movies, right?
Do we?
When they're good. Okay. And I haven't seen the movie yet. Obviously,
I'm about to say, come on, man, don't do that.
But if somebody like you who enjoyed the House Party remake, if you enjoyed that, I'm sure you'll enjoy this. It feels like it's in the same realm of what that movie was. And honestly, guys, I'm excited for Keke. I'm excited for SZA. But
he's about to say it.
Looked horrible. It looked horrible. It looked absolutely horrible. I didn't giggle. Cat Williams actually did make me chuckle a little bit one time, but he might be the saving grace. I'm sure they booked his ass right after that Shannon Sharp interview. But yeah, I have no hopes for this, guys, and so that could be a good thing. I could walk into it with expectations on the floor, or it could happen. What happened to Venom 3, where I can walk in with expectations in hell and still be disappointed. So we'll see.
You're going to go see this opening night?
I don't know about opening night, but I'll definitely go see it for sure. I'll always support movies like this. It'd be hypocritical of me not to with what I'm trying to do in my life. So anyway, okay. Let's talk some other news. Let's talk some DC, some Marvel, some little Star Wars, nerd stuff. Warner Brothers reportedly wants Robert Pattinson's Batman in the DCU. This came out of nowhere. Apparently they I don't know. But first of all, just give me your thoughts on that. Could you see it?
I mean, of course I could. I mean, what do you mean?
Really?
But like, what's out in the DCU that we have as context for like what kind of universe this even is? Did I miss something? Okay, so like, did I miss something? So yeah, like the Batman that came out, Matt Reeves, the Batman, could just get sucked into that vacuum of the DCU
and the Penguin.
Yeah. So let's do it. I'm here for it.
I strongly do not want this to happen, and here's why. I love Matt Reeves, the Batman. I love the Penguin. However, this Matt Reeves' Batman is a very grounded interpretation of the character, and for a DC cinematic universe. Something akin to the MCU, that kind of style of Batman, grounded, gritty, or not gritty, but just grounded, doesn't fit into a cinematic universe when he's having to fight along other characters like Superman and Hawker and Wonder Woman and all that kind of shit. Like, when you do something like that, you just kind of immediately strip away all the possibilities of what you can do with that character, because you have to stay focused on, he's grounded. And either two things happen. Either he becomes less grounded, which is not true to the essence of the character that we already established, or you give him a crazy power up, which also isn't true to what the character that we already established has. So I want a Batman in James Gunn's DCU that can fight alongside the Justice League, and hold his own, and make him over the top to an extent, make him comic booky. It's okay. There's two iterations of Batman you can do. And I just don't think the Matt Reeves, Robert Pattinson version and what the Penguin has already established is something that's really in reality can fit into that kind of world. I mean, for Christ's sake, we have Crypto the Superdog as being Superman, guys. Crypto the Superdog. Are you telling me there's a world in which Matt Reeves, Robert Pattinson's Batman is alongside a fucking alien dog that flies around? Like, no, it just doesn't feel interconnected. So I don't want that. Yeah. You're
completely overreacting. Like,
no, I'm not.
First of all, look.
You can't tell me I'm overreacting.
You are. Look, first of all, like, things can evolve. Like, this is what was introduced to us, sure, but that doesn't mean that like it has to stay this way for the entirety of its run. Like
it should for a
why?
continuity sake.
What do you mean? Why?
Continuity and consistency. That's why.
That's not continuity, Monty. That's boring.
No, it's not boring.
You want to see 3 straight same films of grounded Batman? That's boring.
That's not what I said.
That's boring.
You can have 3 films that are very different but still be grounded in reality.
Okay, so they can't evolve.
Yes. In that sense, not in the sense of like all of a sudden there's fucking fighting Martians and all that kind of shit. It doesn't make any sense. No.
Okay, so you're assuming that
Matt Reeves said himself a character like Clayface and Mr. Freeze probably wouldn't even fit in his universe. So if you can't even introduce Clayface and Mr. Freeze, all of a sudden we're gonna jump to fucking Martian Manhunter and fucking Darkseid. Like, nigga, what? No.
Okay, so you're assuming that these other characters are just going to have something to do in a single Batman film, and that's your issue.
I'm sorry. What's the question?
You're assuming that these other characters, the whatever the overarching villain is, or whatever these crazy villains that they're going to have in the DCU is going to have something to do in like a solo Batman film, and that's your problem.
No, it's just that Batman doesn't fit in a world. That Batman,
Robert Pattinson's Batman, sure.
In the Justice League world, it just doesn't fit. DC is flamboyant. First of all, it's James Gunn. It's James Gunn for crying out loud. Okay. It's James Gunn, and we know his sensibilities. That flamboyant world that he's about to create, there's no way that Batman fits in that, or that Batman fits in that. So bring me a new Batman who's got a blue cape and has a boy kid Robin, like that. That kind of Batman can fit within that James Gunn universe. Not this Batman.
Okay, whatever you say, man. Let's move on.
Okay. Had to look. All right. Blade. Let's move to some very sour news. Has been delayed indefinitely. The film no longer has a release date at all. Apparently, that Blade spot was been traded for that Predator spot because that's Disney now. Anyway, guys, this has been happening for a long time. They announced Mahershala Ali in what 2019? 2019.
2016 would be crazy.
It's 3 years. I mean,
that's 8 years, nigga. Total. That's a long fucking time. I mean,
we've had excuse after excuse after excuse.
Yeah,
the nigga is a vampire killer who's a half vampire, half human. My only logical
in both
conclusion that's left is that there's racism involved. I don't understand what else it could be. Mahershala Ali, I don't even want this nigga in a role no more. I'm sorry. I love him as an actor, but this nigga's gonna be 60 by the time he comes out, and I want sequels, bitch. So
you're not getting it. you're not getting this. Wesley Snipes did it perfectly. There's only ever gonna be one Blade, bitch. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I'm like, at this point, I'm honestly tired of reacting to the news that we're not getting it. So
same. I almost don't care anymore. I'm like numb to it.
Yeah, like whatever.
Yeah. Tom Hardy, back to Venom, wants to make a Logan-esque Venom film. He said himself, gritty and rated R.
No. No.
Isn't it funny how Logan has become his own subgenre of comic book films? Like, we're going to do it Logan style.
It's unfortunate because that movie is not that great, but yeah.
Only you think that, by the way. But
that's fine. Yeah, that's totally fine. So yeah, I don't want this. No.
Yeah. Well, do I want Tom Hardy to come back in a gritty Venom film? No. I'm ready for Venom to go to the MCU and let's get a whole new actor. Let's get a whole new take on the character. I'm done with the Sony Venom. So, yeah.
Sony's hilarious. They got a stranglehold on these characters. They are not letting go. They're not.
No, they're not. Not, man. Fuck Sony.
I mean, but shit. I mean, Spider-Man No Way Home made $1 billion. I wouldn't let go either. Fuck y'all. Bro, if I was Sony, I wouldn't care what y'all thought. Like, Silver Sable, Black Cat, bitch, it's getting made. Like, I don't care. Craven.
that fucking Nacho Libre movie they got coming out.
Is that real?
Yeah, there's like a Mexican Spider-Man villain. But it's not. It was greenlit, but it got canceled. But
oh wow.
Remember starring? excuse me, starring like Bad Bunny or some shit. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
Hey, speaking of Spider-Man, though, a revival of the Spider-Man animated series from the 90s has reportedly been discussed at Marvel Studios. I'm assuming after the success of X-Men 97. Would you want this?
Of course. I mean, look, they teased it in X-Men 97. Like, why wouldn't I? Yeah, I want it. Bring back Christopher Daniel. Let's do it. Pick up the story right where we left off. I need it, actually.
Yeah, as somebody that loved that show, I loved it a lot. I would totally be here for that. Seeing that it can be done with X-Men 97, it can be done well. Bring back Bo DeMaio. Bring that freak back. We want him back.
Bring him back.
It's so funny how swole Spider-Man is in that show.
Yeah, he's fucking jacked as fuck. Like him and Wolverine are the same size. Like, it's crazy. Yeah,
and then Kingpin just looks ridiculous. But yeah,
I love it. I don't care. I love it.
The Mandalorian and Grogu has apparently wrapped filming. It's coming out May 22nd of 2026.
Let's do
What's
it.
crazy to me at this news is that there wasn't one set leak. First of all, I had no idea this shit was even filming in the first place.
Good.
There hasn't been one set leak.
Good.
That means only one thing, guys. This entire thing was shot in the volume because there ain't no way in 2024 there's no set leaks to a big film like this. So I'm scared now that it's entirely shot on the volume or behind a green screen. So hopefully it is on location shooting. That makes Star Wars look the best. I think
there's only 3 people that knew the location. Bitch.
Yeah, know,
everybody
right?
else would just bust there with fucking hoods over their head like they're going to the Batcave or some shit.
Right. So we'll see, guys. Hopefully it's good.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
We'll see.
It's gonna be great.
Season 3. Anyway,
season 3 wasn't great, but the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, come on, man. I can't wait till we see Mando at that cave. Ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. That's gonna go crazy in theater. I'm sorry.
It is. And then Boba's inevitable entrance in the third act.
I'm here to save you. I want my armor. You have the armor, bro. You have it. Please.
You have the armor, bro.
Leave us alone. All you care about is the fucking armor.
Ahsoka probably have a little reveal in there too. So
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Can't wait.
Insomniac has no additional story content planned for Spider-Man.
Sorry, wait.
2.
Nigga, Grogu ain't gonna do nothing but.
At the right time. I love when he rides in his little car. When they see me come the river,
Oh,
they got the fuck out of there in that one episode when Mando got stuck in that cave.
That nigga said, "What?" He's gone, boy.
I love Grogu so much.
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
Insomniac has no additional story content planned for Spider-Man 2, the video game. As somebody that played the game like yourself, what are your thoughts on this?
This doesn't make me happy. Damn, I feel like I've been waiting on more Spider-Man 2 content. I have replayed the game twice already.
Oh wow!
I want more. I want it. It's actually funny that this news comes out now because almost a year ago today, it dropped. And like Instagram has this new feature where like it lets you see whatever story you posted a year ago, memories. And I was posting nothing but Spider-Man 2 memes, and I am like cracking up all over again, like I haven't seen them before. It's the best. I don't know why Instagram took so long to do this. Like Facebook memories has been a thing for years, and like it's my pleasure every single day. Like it's one of the 4 things I do when I wake up. Like check my emails, check my texts, check my Facebook memories, bitch. Like I have to see it. Like it's so hilarious, so cringe. It helps me get the day started. So now that Instagram has done the same thing, I can't wait to laugh because I am funny. I am hilarious.
It's funny seeing our old interactions too on Facebook from like 2011, 2010. Yeah. Like this shit was destined to have this fucking podcast. Like, we're talking about the same shit.
I was just gonna say like fucking 2011 talking about movies. Like nigga, Monty, can you leave me alone? Like, fucking talking about movies. Hilarious.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Have you seen the new Pokemon? Anyway,
did you see High School Musical 3? Oh my god.
I think you really love it personally.
Yeah. All right.
Let's talk some tidbit news, guys. Last segment of the day.
Yes.
David Leitch reveals that there was a major pushback, a major producer pushing back on killing the puppy in John Wick, the first one. The quote was, "We were told it's bad luck, it's bad juju, it's old yellow, you can't do this. No one will want to see this movie on screen. You will alienate the audience." What are your thoughts on this?
He's right. I mean, I didn't see John Wick for the longest. I didn't see John Wick for the longest because I knew that scene was in there. I still haven't seen the movie with Will Smith because I know that scene's in there. Personally,
I watched it again today. I Am Legend. It's one of the best films of all time. I need you to watch it, please.
Personally, I think that it's cheap heat. It's ridiculous to have in film. Like it's basically the equivalent of having like the scene in Up, like an early death scene. It's like you're purposely putting this in here because you know that people's heartstrings are going to be tugged. Like, let's do something new and original. Although in this one instance, I don't know. No, he's right. I'm standing on. He's right because I still didn't like it in the movie. like during that moment in the movie, I was still just like, all right. Like the rest of this movie needs to be fucking amazing in order for me to get over this. It wasn't, but it was good enough to where I was like, okay, part 2 and then part 3 and so on and so forth. So honestly, I think he's right. I literally don't think that there needs, like, they could have easily thought of a different moment to get John Wick going. They didn't need to do the whole kill the dog thing, in my opinion.
If you think about it, all the events that have unfolded have happened from that one little dog getting killed, which is kind of horrible. But yeah. But I actually disagree with you wholeheartedly. I think studios are such bitches for not letting or restraining creatives because they don't want it because they're scared of the audience response. Like, nigga, what? That pushed the story forward in a very organic, emotional way, and it made sense if you know the ties to what the dog meant to him. So I totally disagree on that personally, but that's just me. Anyway, Idris Elba says he plans to move to Africa to bolster their film industry. His quote was, "If you watch any film or anything that has to do with Africa, all you're going to see is trauma, how we were slaves, how we were colonized, how it's just war. And then when you come to Africa, you realize that that's not true at all. So it's really important that we get these stories of our tradition and our culture, our languages, and differences that our languages have with each other so that the world knows that we are different." So I really respect this. Somebody in the kind of on the level of Idris Elba is the one that can probably do this kind of stuff. So for him to really, if this is true, for him to really just kind of, I'm assuming, forfeit whatever he has going on now and move to Africa and really get that film industry going, that would be an amazing feat, and he'd be a legend for that. He's already a legend, but he'd be an extra legend. Yeah. What are your thoughts?
Look, man, we've talked about it for a while now, how like there, certain characters are typecast in certain roles. Like when you see a certain group of people, they're only doing one thing, and if Idris Elba feels like he can change that narrative, I love that. Like this is only positive. So shout out to him. It's like you said, like it's going to take somebody on his level to get people to pay attention. So I love it. Let's do it.
Yeah, yes, sir. The last part we have here is another edition of who was almost cast in what role. Just it was interesting to me. Tom Cruise was almost Edward Scissorhands. Have you ever seen Edward Scissorhands? And could you?
No, I haven't. Isn't that Johnny Depp?
Yeah, it's Tim Burton's classic film. Yeah, it's with Johnny Depp. Ryan Gosling was almost the DCEU Joker. So instead of Jared Leto, it would have been Ryan Gosling. Could you have seen it?
Yeah, he could have did it.
Yeah, I could have seen it as well. Nicholas Hoult was almost the Batman in the Matt Reeves movie, the Beast from the X-Men film.
He could have done it. He could have did it.
He could have done it.
Low key, I think he might have been. Do I want to say better? I don't want to say better, but he could have done it. Right. Oh yeah, I recently saw
The Menu.
Ralph, thank you. The Menu. Ralph Fiennes. That shit was ass. Yeah, that shit was ass. Sorry, yeah. I'm glad I waited.
Yeah. I wasn't a big fan of it. I know people liked it, but I'm like you. I wasn't a big fan of that movie either. Mm-hmm. But what's crazy is that he actually lost out to Superman as well in the James Gunn movie coming out, and of course he's gonna be Lex Luthor now. But I think the issue with him is that he's a good actor. He doesn't read as a superhero to me. He doesn't have I don't know if it's stature or demeanor. He reads more like somebody. Even though he was Beast in the X-Men films, he just doesn't read as like a leading Superman, Batman kind of guy in my opinion. Which isn't a knock on him. It's just
sounds like it.
And lastly. Shailene Woodley was almost Katniss in the Hunger Games films.
I don't even know who that is.
Fault in Our Stars.
Nope.
You ever seen that? Wow. Okay. Well, yeah. So I could actually see her doing it as well. Even though I thought that what's called did a good job. So Jennifer Lawrence. So yeah.
Jennifer
Lawrence. Else you want to
say? Yeah, guys. If you want my thoughts on Jennifer Lawrence, go check out our last pod where we did our Actors Dreams and Nightmare Actors sequel. Yeah, go check that out. It's a really great, really fun pod. Make sure you guys like the video, please. Comment down below. Are you going to go see Venom? Do you enjoy these Venom films? Let us know in the comments. And please subscribe to the Current Air Podcast. Thank you, Mondy. You're the best.
You're welcome.